Excellent. So we're going to be playing Flight of the Stormcaller today. We're going to build a deck. We're going to prepare a fleet, and we're going to chase down a very, very fast ship, apparently. So, yeah, yeah. I kind of want to run into what's his face. We haven't tried Aristor. I think I want to try Aristor. Hey, Wrigley's. I just finished up getting all the Marvel Champions content, leaning towards picking this up over Arkham at the moment. Ooh, yeah, that's a fun choice to make. I enjoy this game more than I do Arkham. I love Arkham, but I actually enjoy this game more than Champions. I think this game is one thematic wise, top tier, but also just like gameplay and like mechanics. It's very, very satisfying. So many deck building possibilities. So Aristor, you draw 3 additional cards at the beginning of the resource phase, and at the end of the round, discard all cards in your hand. I'm kind of thinking I want to try this strategy. And yeah, it's a different way to play. There's a lot of Noldor cards that, you know, you can discard to play or play from the discard pile with Elven Light. It's just a way to mess around with that. And so if you all will help me, I will build an Aristor deck. Now, I think from what I can tell, and ooh, Denethor works nicely. Denethor does work nicely. Let's do Denethor. I grabbed a purple. I got in trouble for saying that Denethor was bad by Josh. Josh yelled at me. I'm just messing with you. And you know who else works with them? It has to be Bilbo, right? Bilbo works amazing with him. So Denethor is the card that we opened in our last pack. 8 cost, 1133. Set up, add 2 resources to the resource pool. We can remove 1 resource from Denethor's resource pool to another Gondor's hero's resource pool. Oh, I almost put that directly on the sleeve. I need to make sure I drink my coffee before I start this. Actually, he does. So the strategy here, I guess, like, because, you know, these are 2 new heroes for me. Usually, a lot of times I don't actually take on quests with more than 1 new hero. But I think we have Denethor. And we can move resources to another Gondor's resource pool. Do we run a Gondor hero? Or, because, like, the other way you can get Gondor is you can throw Steward of Gondor onto a hero, but then at that point, I don't feel like you need to be moving resources from Denethor's pool to that hero's resource pool just because they've tripled the amount of resources that they are generating. I assume you meant Arwen. That's what I assumed you meant, which is, where did I put Arwen? Oh, right there in the middle. Discard a card from your hand to add 1 resource to Noldor's hero's resource pool or to Aragorn's resource pool. So if we're discarding the cards regardless, we might as well trigger it off of that. Is there another way to get, I think you can give Rohan the Gondor trait with whatever it's called, whatever that card is called. I think I want to try Arwen. This gives us a fairly decent start for a questing power, which this is kind of a race. She would be a perfect third getting Steward from Denethor. Oh, because you can pass resources to Arwen, and then Arwen's just spamming Elven Light. I like that. That's fun. Okay, yeah, let's do that. So let's grab Elven Light and Elrond's Council because it's a good card. Elven Light is a 1-cost card that can only be played from your discard pile. Whenever you play it, you get to draw a card, which is pretty awesome, especially when you have to discard a lot of cards with what we got going on here. It also feels like we're going to be able to see some of those setup pieces very quickly. Mutant Accord gives Rohan the Gondor trait and vice versa. That's right. Yeah. Kind of, it is a weird card, right? Where's my Elven Light? I feel like a lot of the card draw stuff is not necessarily, or it's valued differently when you're running with Aristor, I feel. So that'll be fun. So with this build up, I feel like Denethor also works pretty well with any form of Aragorn, because you can then run, you can drop Sword That Was Broken or Steward pretty quickly. But I think we want to run Steward, because at some point in my life I want to play Steward of Gondor with Elven Light, and we did have the option to do that last time. However, we just never, it was 19 games in and we never drew the two together. Denethor is very good for decks where you're overpowering one hero. Gondorian Fire, for example, is a great, ooh, okay. And there's the blue card as well, where you get to get extra willpower. Blood of New, not that one. Blood of Numenor. Attached to a Gondor or a Dunedain hero. Spend one resource from the attached heroes to give it +1 defense. But I think those are leadership events that give resource are really good with. Oh yeah, good call. Let's take a look at those. Let's find what is the one that gives us plus willpower based on resources. Isn't there one like that? We might yeah. Yeah, well, it's the Lay of the, it's not an upgrade. It's an event, which is not as great. So let's look at the leadership events that pass out some money. So we've got Wealth of Gondor. Choose a Gondor character, add 1 resource to that hero's resource pool. The Gaining Strength, discard 2 resources to put 3 resources in that hero's pool. Do we run Rod of Stewart? Are you playing True Solo? Hey, Samuel. Yeah, for this series, I'm playing True Solo directly through kind of the legacy packaging, but then I did start a new series that the first video posted a couple days ago where I'm playing through two-handed. Yeah. And I'm keeping my card pool, my available card pool, to the cards that are available in the revised content for that series. I'm kind of curious how the, you know what, we're just gonna try it. We're just gonna have all of the money and just see what happens. Gaining Strength and Wealth of Gondor. It'll be exciting to see how many cards, or how much money and how many cards we go through. If you're not afraid of Doomed, Legacy of Numenor. Legacy of Numenor. Rod not needed with Elven. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I forgot that we've kind of solved our card draw problem. Oh, we're definitely going to grab Glorfindel. Oh my goodness, yes. Let's get Glorfindel in this party. That's going to be fun. I've not played with him. He's also a new card for us, which is going to be pretty cool. A good harvest is kind of an interesting idea. Legacy of Numenor. I am not 100% sure what that card is. Legacy of Numenor. Legacy of Durin. Nope. Lindir. Lindir is kind of interesting. Linden Navigator does not exhaust to commit to a quest, and can commit to a quest while exhausted after resolving a quest. Oh yeah, we got our sailors over here. It's not my deck pool. Lindir, Lord of the Elder, to the sea, to the sea. It can be played from your discard pile. Heck yeah. Oh, all the cards that can be played from your discard pile. Yes. Still looking for that Legacy of Numenor. I don't know if I have that card. Oh, there we go. Legacy Doomed 4. Add 1 resource to each resource hero, or each hero's resource pool. Yeah, the heck. What's the worst that could happen? What am I looking? I'm looking for wealth. We're gonna have so much money. I feel like we go with the Gondorian Fire. Is that the defensive one on Denethor? Or Denethor could have probably just sail for us. Wealth of Gondor, where we at? Remember that Lord of the Rings deck building strategy is very different from Marvel Champion. Your strategy should be around the scenario. Oh yeah, no, I 100% know that. Very, very different. Yep. Blood and Numenor is defensive when Gondalorian fires the attack. Create a general deck test, lose, and then tweak. Oh yeah. No, I'm very familiar with losing in this game. Good stuff. Good stuff. Glorfindel. Glorfindel works super well. Do we only run one copy of Glorfindel? I mean, like, I feel like we're putting him in the discard pile. I probably don't need him too much. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got a lot of cards left. Let's... We got Steward. Do we run Will of the West? I assume we run Will of the West with this. 0 cost lore events so good with... Oh, draw events? Interesting. Do we need that even if we have the Elven Lights strategy popping? So the deep knowledge, all of that kind of stuff. Darren's Ruins. Darren's Ruins is good. I mean, Darren's Ruins is a stupid good. At least 2 Glorfindel. Find him fast. Okay. Can do. Glorfindel, it's such an interesting card. Playing from the discard pile. Really cool stuff. I feel like Dwarven Tomb is also pretty interesting here. I didn't do my homework. Turbo draw. Let's go. Let's go. I didn't do my homework. Is this a test of will? Attach this to the current quest. Counts as a condition. Probably. Yeah. Test of will. Greeting. Mr. Gandalf. Gandalf. I like Guardian of Rivendell. Guardian of Rivendell is basically just a Denethor. It's a Denethor stat line, which I think is hilarious. Sneaky, sneaky. It might be overkill on draw. we can whittle down. No, we're gonna use Gandalf to draw as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You draw 3 additional cards, so you're drawing 4 cards. Yeah. I feel like we want to figure out our ally lineup at some point, because we are going to get raided. 2, 4, 6, 7. And our defensive strategy could be the Dunedain. Trying to figure out what that looks like. Do we run with Arwen as being a pretty decent defender? Blood and Numenor? Probably. And then we can use like Unexpected Courage to ready her. Then we have her as a quest and a defensive player. Denethor could also run defensive. Let's grab it. Because the goal is to have too much money. We'll grab 2. We can throw it on Denethor if we want. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. And then also we could take a look and think that we're running Dream Chaser. I think we have to. We have to run Dream Chaser. That wasn't a scenario specific requirement. That was just a requirement of if you prepare your fleet, you have to have Dream Chaser in it, right? Reduce the cost of the first ally you play each round by 1. That's really good. Reduce your starting threat by 3. Each hero gets +1 attack. And then draw 1 additional card during the resource phase. Now that's kind of interesting. Probably don't need that. Don't need the Dawn Star. I guess I don't know necessarily where our damage is coming from. We have to flesh out with allies. Ooh, we have Glorfindel. Glorfindel's a... Do we run... Oh, we run Light of Valinor. Light of Valinor, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're going to have so much money. It's going to be awesome. Let's look at our ally lineup. If we go... Oh, I feel like... No, you do sailing test before you commit characters to the quest. Ally discount 1, need to be able to play them when you drop. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. We run build a pony, right? Or what are all those... What are the allies where you discard cards from your hand? This honestly feels like a deck that will be a lot of fun to just autopilot. And not necessarily, but like it feels like it's a more tactical game. And so you can kind of play that game. Whenever you draw, you determine what you do. And you make the most optimal decision for like the situation that's presented to you. And it'll be kind of fun to try that and see how it goes. Like when I really just want to zone out, I put on Slay the Spire and I turn on the mode where there's only like one path through the tower, and I just like just mindlessly just go. So Marvel Champions. That's fair. Yeah. It does feel like Marvel. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. That's cool. So Elven Jeweler, discard 2 cards from your hand to put Elven Jeweler into play under your control. Looking for cheap sailors. We probably are running a little ally light for a sailing quest, but here we are. Jewelers, perfect sailors. Yeah, they are. Envoy of Peligreer is also kind of interesting. Very inexpensive. Awesome sailors. Allows us to start passing out money. Was there... We're going to go with the Navigator. We grabbed a couple Navigators already. Oh, also, so I have this, right? So I have this threat dial from buy the same token, absolutely fantastic. But with the two-handed, I actually ordered another one, but I got the black one, and it's gorgeous. Like, I really like the black a lot more than I thought I would. But this just came in. I was honestly kind of shocked with how fast they shipped this. It was awesome. But so now I have this, and we can use that for over there. Honestly, never really played an Air Store deck. Not really sure what's good or bad here. Seems like the Silver Harp would be good if you haven't grabbed it yet. Ooh, what's the Silver Harp? I love these binder sheets. These binder sheets have been amazing. I had so many cards that I put away yesterday. It was honestly wild. But I was happy with it. And having not needing to sleeve and re-sleeve the entire like collection was super nice. Silver Harp, where you at? Silver Harp, where you at? Honestly, we don't have anything in there for Denethor's resource, which he could just pass out. He could just pass out his resources. Just go to the binder where Silver Harp is. It's 2 cost, right? Attached to a Spirit Hero. After a card is discarded from your hand, return that card. Oh, yeah. I passed it in that pile. I think Silver Harp. Yeah, Silver Harp makes sense. Perfect. 2, 4, 6, 7. We got 3 slots left. How many allies do we have? We got 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I only have 14 allies. Probably need a good bit more than that. Trying to think of Northern Trackers could be kind of interesting. Slightly expensive. We could run Strength of Will. I never grabbed Will of the West either. Do we run Will of the West in this game? I feel like that just makes sense to run Will of the West. We have Dwarven Tomb, so we can pass on the first Will of the West if we know we have Dwarven Tomb coming, and we can pull it back. It gives us 1. Is that probably not a fair mirror play because we don't have a ton of allies. Go, no, not glowing. So happy right now. I was really hoping I could talk you into Arwen and Denethor. Good. Yeah. No, it's gonna be a fun little game that we got going. We also have like no lore cards at all. Or the Navigator. We have a total of like 4 lore. Yeah. So that's interesting. So do we run like a song? You go Song of Travel. Just throw all the money on. I feel like we're gonna tweak this a little. We'll play it. We'll definitely play it. But I feel like we're drawing and resource ramping into nothing. Song could work, or you could just pay for gray cards. That's true. Yeah, because we got 15 costs of Gandalfs in there. We're not running, and we got the envoys. True. Yeah, let's just pay for the gray cards. then we go. I was going to say Arwen. I was like, wait, no, that doesn't work. Arwen does not work. We go Northern Tracker. Northern Tracker can commit to the quest, but I feel like we just need an army for sailing. Go Bofer. Just pop Bofer in there. There's some really high threat locations in this quest, so you'll probably want an answer for that. In terms of like trackers, or in terms of... Ah! Yeah. More progression play. What quest are you playing? We're playing Flight of the Stormcaller. How's it going, Canadian? Glorfindel on a Lords of Elder turn is worth like 5 Alex. That's awesome. I feel like Northern Trackers could be kind of interesting here. Is this the final quest in the cycle? I forgot their names. This is the first quest in the adventure pack, so it's the 4th quest in the cycle, the first one after the deluxe box. Northern Tracker. Just grab 3 of these and cut 2 cards. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to cut a Light of Valinor, take us down to 1 Light of Valinor. And do we, so legit question, do we need 3 Elven Lights? Or are we okay with 2 of them? Like if we're getting them into the discard pile pretty quickly, like very, very quickly, I think. And are we paying for 3 of them in a round? Gotcha, that makes sense. I like this cycle a lot. For some reason, the boat mechanic... I love the boat mechanics. They're so freaking sweet. Yes, 100%. Love them. I think I cut down on Elven Light. Like, I think we have a ton of card draw. I think we cut 1 of them. 2 Darren Ruins, yeah. Okay. I'm good with that. That opens up a slot, actually. So that opens up a slot, which could be something. Let's find a fun green ally. Quick Beam is also... I mean, Quick Beam is pretty decent. Or we could go with the Wellingham Preserver and just, like, have a huge defensive answer. Like, we have a lot of defense, and so instead of chump blocking... But I do feel like the damage is something that we could think about, which could be Fire, which is a tactics card, which we don't have. Just kidding. I honestly think that the Preserver is an interesting call here. Because, I mean, you got a defensive answer, but also, like, a really high quester. I don't know why I'm grabbing it from here, but whatever. I think we're gonna run 1x because we're also just kind of increasing the cost of our green cards, which honestly, like, you know, that's a 2-cost card when you look at it with our boat. My table is so full. I don't know where to put this stuff. And we are never going to touch the binder again because it's out of my reach now. Sweet. Alrighty, I'm pumped. Yeah, Denethor, Arwen, and Aristor. This will be fun. This will be interesting. Getting all those cards into the discard pile pretty quickly. The other interesting thing is you start with 10 cards, right? Like Aristor and Denethor probably work really well together because you start with so many cards, even though you're discarding half of them. No, probably more than half, but you can kind of ramp into paying for a lot of them. Oh, that messes with all my math on how many cards to run if I need to see something. Aristor, yeah, Aristor in a lot of characters. I didn't think about like the start of the game, like starting with 10 cards. That's interesting. Oh gosh, we did not have an even number. I counted wrong. Okay, let's see what happened. That was the main thing. Yeah, he can guarantee Steward if you draw. Yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're running light. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. What did I do? How did I count so poorly? We're running 8 cards light? Did I just like put cards somewhere that I missed? Yeah. Why are these over here? That seems wild to me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. What was I doing? Oh my gosh, I'm apparently really tired. I would have been so baffled as to why we never saw Gandalf. Test of Will. The other thing is like a lot of these cards that are so situational that you hang on to, like Test of Will and that kind of stuff, you like can't really do as consistently, I should say, because now we're looking at, if we draw into it at the right time, that's great, but if we don't, what are we doing? So this is a really interesting, yeah, this is really interesting. I like it. Oh, yeah, our ships come over here. Narlina and the Dream Chaser. We are on course because we're awesome. Let's read our story. Enemy ship sighted. The shout comes from a raider atop the Stormcaller's main mast. The entire crew was now echoing the alarm, taking their positions and preparing for battle. The made her way to the quarterdeck, pushing through the sailors in a way. "Don't just stand there, you fool," she shouted at the crew as they parted for her. "I want 3 of you on each oar and eyes to the north. Signal the rest of the fleet. Make sure they are ready for battle." The crew snapped to and raised their voices in a rhythmically shanty as they pulled the oars. The captain was at the helm, wearing his usual smile, sea wind flowing through his dark hair. If he had heard the crew's shouts of alarm, he did not look worried. She looked at the narrow steps, 2 at a time, running to the ship's edge. They raised deck and gave her a perfect view of the northern horizon. Sure enough, a white ship was in swift pursuit, its sails bulging with winds in the back. Her dark eyes narrowed. "Already they are on our tail," she said, with disdain, quiet enough to mask her concern from the crew, but loud enough for the captain to hear. "They are fierce sailors, I'll give them that," Sahir noted, "but they are no corsairs. Their corpses will litter the sea bottom before no inn." She strode to the helm and leaned against the railing, her arms crossed over her chest. She had lived most of her life under Captain Sahir's command, and she could not remember him this bloodthirsty. Not that he had ever been gentle or soft-spoken, but his brutality had always been purposeful, deliberate. She gave her captain a piercing gaze. They locked eyes. "When were you going to tell me what the key opened?" she asked, for what seemed like the 100th time since they had sailed from Umbar. "When you are ready," he barked, and it was the only reply he ever gave her. She took a dagger from her bandolier and ran a finger along its edge, deep in thought. Sahir had taken the fleet far to the north, farther than they had ever sailed in their entire life. He told the crew that they were to follow a Gondorian ship sailing out of Dol Amroth, a ship he somehow knew would be heading north along the western coast, and still she had no idea where he had learned this information. It wasn't until they saw the Gondorian ships with their own eyes that she and the rest of the crew believed the captain was telling the truth. Perhaps Sahir was right. Perhaps she wasn't ready. Despite following his orders for years, she had doubted him. I do not toy with me, Captain, she said, sheathing her dagger. I understand you have a plan. I simply want to know what we're getting into. He laughed heartily. War, my dear, he grinned. We're getting into war. Love a good shanty. Yeah. Nice. Excellent. Excellent. So our 1A, we're chasing down the Stormcaller, the swift departure. Corsairs led by the treacherous Captain Sahir have stolen the black key you recovered in the ruins of Numenor. You must get it back. Setup. Prepare the Corsair deck. So we take out all the non-ship enemies and we put it in this deck. These are going to come in whenever we hit a boarding. And boarding is bad. Well, boarding is the mechanic of the game, I guess. It's not inherently bad. Oop. I feel like I can move all of this down just a little bit. Yeah. Lord of the Rings takes up so much space. Okay. Players prepare their fleet. We did. We got our boats. Prepare the Stormcaller's area with a second quest deck consisting of only stages 2C, 3C, and 4C. So that's what we have here. As well as the Stormcaller itself. Searching counter deck for 1 copy of Rolling Season added to the staging area. 2 copies if there are 3 or more players. It's bad for this deck. That's true. That's true. Okay. 1B. The Stormcaller has considered a considerable lead on your fleet, but with good fortune and skilled sailing, perhaps you can catch up to it. Hey! Rhino, thank you for the subscription with Prime. Appreciate it so much. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Yeah, let's go. So, Force, at the end of the quest phase, if you're off course move 2 progress from Swift Departure to the Stormcaller's quest stage. So basically what we're trying to do is the Stormcaller is progressing through its own quest stage and we need to meet the stage. So like here on 2B or 2C, let's read it. The Stormcaller is the pride of the Corsair fleet, swift as the wind and nigh unsinkable. It won't be an easy quarry to chase. If the players are off course, the Stormcaller gets +2 threat. This matters because this is how much progress that the Stormcaller is placing on this quest. No more than 4 damage may be placed on the Stormcaller each round. At the end of the round, discard the top card of the encounter deck. The Stormcaller places progress on its stage equal to its threat plus the threat of the discarded card. Found your videos on YouTube for Ashes and have been enjoying the Lord of the Rings playthroughs. Oh, good. I'm so excited. Yes. Awesome. Super happy to have you here. That's awesome. Nice. Ashes is so much fun. Lord of the Rings is so much fun. We have a fun hobby. It's a fun hobby to be in. Nice. And so as we progress through these, when we get to like 2B, sailing, when you defeat the stage, if the Stormcaller is on stage 2, you have caught up to the Stormcaller and win the game. So we're chasing the Stormcaller through, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna... Aha, here it is. Let's go ahead and refresh our mind on the Stormcaller area, or refresh our... So basically it's an area separate from the staging area that represents the Stormcaller's journey. Every round, this effect causes the Stormcaller to make progress on its stage, just as players make progress on their stage. If its quest stage has progress on equal to or above the quest points, it advances to the next stage, etc., etc. While it's at a different stage than the players, cards in the Stormcaller's area are immune to player card effects and cannot leave the Stormcaller's area and are not considered to be in the staging area. Players are considered to be at the same stage as the Stormcaller if their main quest stage match the Stormcaller's quest. So basically 2B and 2D have full sail ahead, for example. Oh, interesting. Okay. When players in the Stormcaller are at the same quest stage, cards in the Stormcaller area are no longer immune to player card effects and can leave the Stormcaller's area and are considered to be in the staging area, and thus do contribute their threat. Thus, by catching up to the same quest as the Stormcaller, the players can travel to locations in the Stormcaller's area and engage ships in the Stormcaller's area, including the Stormcaller itself. So, basically we're trying to catch up. Let's see what we got. We did start with a copy of Rolling Seas. This starts with a threat of 4, 3 progress on it to clear it, and we have to shift our heading off course in order to travel there. Sailing, we do before we commit characters to the quest. We're going to exhaust any number of units and discard that many cards, and then, well, first we're going to shift off course, and then we'll shift back on course for every single success that we get, which is denotated by these fun little captain ships. Hey! Liquid, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Happy Valentine's Day. First time catching the stream. I'm usually all about Marvel Champions, but honestly, recently got into Final Girl as well. One day I have to jump into Lord of the Rings LCG. That's on your next list. Nice. Awesome. Do you have a favorite champion and champions? I'm sorry. Oh, actually, I'm really excited about this. I'm starting a new, like, I've been playing a lot with YouTube Shorts. I've been having a lot of fun with that, where like a lot of them have been like I've done the like games with villain and like guess the cards and stuff. I'm starting a new one today, which is posting, and we'll see how people like it, but I had a fun time coming up with it. It was basically, there are 3, or like I'm showing 3 cards, and you have to tell me what card fits in the set of cards. So I show 3 cards, and then in the comments you have to tell me a card and see if that, and you have to try and figure out the combination or the through thread of the cards, and see if you can come up with a card that would fit in that set. Hey Nelson, probably not going to stay too long. Got some things I want to get done, but at least I got the stream. Hey, running, how's it going? Yeah, nice. Happy that you're able to catch up. Oh my goodness, thank you for the follow, the Black Dog. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alrighty, we got 6 cards. I'm really excited about this. Is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Setup. Let's go ahead and add 2 resources to Denethor. I got Legacy of Numenor. Add 1 resource to each resource pool. Who needs threat, right? Speaking of, we're at 1727. I do. I actually really love Nebula. Nice. But just played your Black Panther deck and it was awesome. Love the high idea behind. Oh yeah, using Gamora to cycle for Wakanda Forevers. Oh my gosh, I love that deck. That's a ton of fun. Nice. I like Nebula too. I feel like Nebula. Do you play a lot of true solo or multiplayer? Nebula to me is one of those characters that's just a really fun puzzle. Got Legacy. We got the Navigator. We got Strength, Blood of Numenor, Will of the West, and Wealth of God. Honestly, like, that's a lot of money real quick. I'm down. I'm down. What's the worst that could happen, right? Let's just see what happens if we have all of the money in the world. So we draw 4 cards. We got the Silver Harp, another giant strength, gaining strength, Legacy of Numenor, and an Elven Jeweler. Let's go. This is something. I play with my wife and we mostly do duo. She's either Star-Lord or Groot, and yet to try Gamora just yet. Nice. Yeah, Nebula is a ton of fun in 2-player. Still trying to get used to solo. Solo is tough. I think the game shines at 2. I think the game is definitely the best at 2. So we did not get a Steward of Gondor yet. I should say yet, because we have some card draw. We don't. We actually don't have card draw. Just kidding. Okay, let's play Blood of Numenor on Denethor. Let's play Giant Strength to add a resource to Denethor. Because we have to... Oh, no, we can do that for non-Gondor heroes. It's Wealth of Gondor. We'll play Wealth of Gondor to add a resource to Denethor's pool. Let's play 1 Legacy of Numenor. So Doomed 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add 1 resource to each resource heroes pool. Oh, we're ramping. Let's go. Good morning, Just Ray. How's it going? Yes. Yes. Now we're going to go Gaining Strength to discard 2 and add 1. Sick. We're going to do it again to add 1. Oh, this is crazy. We'll spend 2 to play the Silver Harp on Arwen. Let's go ahead and discard Will of the West and Legacy of Numenor to put Elven Jeweler into play. And then we are going to... Oh yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll spend 2 here to put the Linden Navigator into play. So that was fun. Feels like an Era Store opening. That was pretty hype. I'm pretty happy with that. That was... I have no cards left. Sick. Oh, I didn't even do Arwen's thing. That's fine. Actually, I'm going to do Arwen's thing and use Silver Harp to pull the card back and then do everything that I just did. But that's going to give me another resource here. Yeah, I think I give it to Arwen over Aristar. Also, my wife says, great looking shirt today, Nelson. Oh, nice. Yeah, thank you. Represent Harry Potter. I really enjoy Harry Potter. I really enjoy Harry Potter. Thank you. I actually have 2 of these shirts, which is kind of funny because this one used to not fit. Now it fits again. But I bought another like one that where the colors are inverted, where it's like a red full shirt. Now I have the black one as well. So I have a lot of Harry Potter shirts. I'm not gonna lie, that was a ton of fun. I don't care how this game ends up now. I just had a lot of fun just dumping my entire hand with that. Sweet. Okay, so now we're gonna sail. Let's sail. We shift off course 1, and now we're going to commit characters to the quest and discard that many cards to see how many successes we get. I'm going to commit the Dream Chaser because it counts as 2 characters. I'm gonna commit Linden Navigator because we can commit to a quest. Oh, we have to discard a card from our hand to keep it into play if we want. No, it'll be fine. I haven't watched Harry Potter in years. I love the movies and the books when they came out. Yeah, right? I enjoy the books more than the movies. The books are like my comfort book. So if I have something that I need to get done, I can throw on Harry Potter and zone out enough that it allows me to hyper focus on whatever I need to focus on. And so like, I used to do it all the time with Lord of the Rings, where like when I was playing Lord of the Rings, like not on stream, but when I was playing Lord of the Rings off stream, I would just listen to Harry Potter because like I knew enough of what was happening that I didn't have to pay attention to it, and it allowed me to just like zone in and hyper focus here. We're gonna move a resource over to Aristor just because Denethor has a lot of money. I think Denethor is going to hang out and be our defender just in case. And so we're going to commit 3. I should have checked the distribution, but 3 it seems good. We got 1 success, 2 success, 2 successes. So we're going to shift back on course, which is huge. Being on course is so nice because if we're off course, we have to move threat. It's bad. It's bad. Now we're going to quest. We're going to quest here. Oh, I didn't even reduce the first ally that we played, which I think I just... Yeah, whatever. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to quest for 10, showing 4. Flip into a 1, Calm Waters. While Calm Waters is the active location, look at 2 additional cards from the top of the encounter deck during each sailing test. So we place 5 progress here. And this is at the end of the round. Okay. Let's actually read Stormcaller. Boarding 2, cannot have attachment. When Stormcaller advances to the next quest stage, return it to the area. Yeah, it's running away from us. That makes sense. I'm one of those that like the movies, but Order of the Phoenix needed to be 5 hours long because so much happened in the book. Are we excited? I am. Are y'all excited for the HBO series? Because I think that they're saying it's going to be a faithful adaptation to the books, and they're going to expand and have more time than they did in the cinematic versions and the movie versions. I'm pumped. I think that the series is just going to be so cool. I'm so looking forward to it. I hope that they lean into like that HBO vibe of being a little bit darker. Yeah, I think it's coming out in next year. I think it's coming out next year in 2025. But like, I mean, Harry Potter takes a vibe shift. Harry Potter is a nice, happy-go-lucky movie or like book and series for the first couple, and then like there's a vibe shift in 4, and yeah, it like I feel like you could lean into that and just feel it's a weird book. It's crazy. My wife is excited about it. Nice. Yeah, good. I didn't know it was happening. Sounds cool. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at how little it's been marketed. Maybe because it's so far out. Although she said Daniel Radcliffe won't be Harry Potter anymore. He feels perfect for the role in Hermione. It's gonna be hard to adjust. It will be, and I think they can just kind of lean into it, and it'll be okay. But yeah, I totally agree. It's like Star Wars. Like they just need to recast Luke. We're gonna travel to calm water. Okay. At the end of the round, we are going to discard this and place 4 progress here because it's equal to the threat plus the Stormcaller's threat. I'm worried it could be something awesome or something god awful, but I'll give it a shot for sure. I'm hoping that it's good. I really am. Which I typically enjoy how HBO approaches things, and so I at least am hoping for that. All right, we'll stand up. Increase our threat to 32. Oh yeah, we play that Doom 4 card. We definitely did not need to play that because this was discount. It's fine, whatever. We'll pass out money. We'll draw 4 cards. Darren's Ruins, Elven Light, Guardian of Rivendell. Let's go. Let's play Darren's Ruins. We're going to draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. Wealth of Gondor, and another Guardian of Rivendell. We're going to discard Wealth of Gondor. We're going to spend 3 money from Denethor. And discard Guardian of Rivendell and Elven Light to play the Guardian of Rivendell. HBO is the golden standard. They have changed a bit in recent years. I'm trying to think what, I guess like I'm coming from it with like Sopranos. I'm trying to blank on all my HBO shows. I've also enjoyed like their miniseries. I think their miniseries have been pretty good. Is Dawn Chaser like another hero or an Yes, yeah. So there's the Dream Chaser and the Stormcaller. We're on a boat. Thematically, we're sitting on these boats, and this is like preparing our fleet, and we are navigating the seas. There are no enemies in here that are not ships. All of our enemies are here. So when ships engage us, they board our boats and bring enemies onto. It's so good. It's so good. And then we get, yeah. So we're trying to catch up to the Stormcaller right now. Yeah, The Wire. Sopranos is so good. Sopranos is so freaking good. I have not seen The Wire. I started The Wire like twice, and I know I need to just give it a fair shot, but for some reason I just haven't been able to. We're gonna use Silver Harp to bring back Wealth of Gondor when we discarded that. Sopranos, Wire, oh, Game of Thrones. That's the big one. Yeah. Is this from the remaster? Yes. Yeah, it's in the Dream Chaser cycle. It's really good. It's really, really good. Yeah. Dream Chaser right here. Band of Brothers in season 1 of True Detective. I've heard really good things about True Detective. Band of Brothers, for whatever reason, I have associated Band of Brothers with like the longest series in the world, like eight seasons for whatever reason, like from my childhood. Like that's what I assumed Band of Brothers was. Now that I know it's a limited series with like 8 episodes, that's on my short list to watch. I need to watch it. Yeah. We're gonna Wealth of Gondor to add a resource to Denethor's pool. Band of Brothers is a mini-series. Each episode is quite long. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think my dad had like the VHS box set, and I just saw multiple. And like this was back when, I was a kid. I wasn't watching Band of Brothers, but for whatever reason, my childhood mind associated with Band of Brothers with like the longest series in the world. I don't know why, but let's use Arwen to play Elven Light. We'll draw a card into Elrond's Council. I'll take it. This is a really fun way to play. I'm really enjoying this way to play. This is fun. We're gonna toss Elven Light to give Arwen a resource. I feel like we play Gandalf. Yeah, we'll go Aristor 2 and 1 here from Arwen. We're gonna spend, yeah, to play Gandalf. And I think we're going to go with a threat. I think we're going threat. Gandalf on a boat? Yeah, let's go. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. Take a good hard look at this mother freaking boat. I'm gonna spend one from Denethor, or spend one more from Arwen other than Denethor, just so we have Blood of Numenor online if we need it. So we have Elrond's Council. I think I'm gonna reduce my threat by 5 here. I think I'm gonna reduce my threat by 5. I'm a little worried of what I would draw into. Gandalf only cost. I played Guardian of Rivendell this turn. We're gonna remember Naralina's effect here and give another resource back. Nelson, is this one of those decks you opened or a deck you made on the fly? This is a deck I made on the fly. We're gonna open the decks after we play. No, I haven't opened anything yet. So if we win this quest, we get to open the thing in the depths, and then we'll probably open. Oh gosh, they're so far away. Well, I got the starter decks. We'll open 1 or 2 of those today as well. New cards are fun. Question: how does Lord of the Rings feel solo versus duo, or more games where you feel like it plays best? I've only played like 2 games two-handed, so I don't necessarily want to give a full answer. I feel like it was solo. It's a very challenging, very fun puzzle. With duo, there's a lot more interactions, kind of very similar to Marvel Champions, where like 2 players just dimensionalizes the game. There's so much more you can do and so much more interaction, and the co-op nature of the game really shines with 2. And so in that sense, I think it's worth it. I think it's definitely worth it in that sense. The true solo nature, it's going to be quicker, and it's also just like I kind of enjoy the difficulty that it brings. Hello. Maybe because Band of Brothers, they made the Pacific with the same producers? Maybe. Yeah. Also, welcome. How you doing? So I think I will probably end up enjoying two-player or two-handed more. Right now I enjoy true solo, but I think the majority of my games will be true solo. Let's sail. Sail. So we're shifting off course. We're going to go Linden. Dream Chaser for 3. I really need to look at what that looks like in there. We're going to go Denethor for... Oh, we can actually pass money from Denethor. I'm going to wait on that. We're going to go 3. Nope. Yes, we got a success. Sweet. So we got 1 success, so we shift back on course. That's nice. Oh, and we look at 2 additional cards. So, yeah, I didn't need to commit everything. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's so weird comparing solo to two-handed cards. Like, Brand of Sunbane are useless in solo and quite good in multiplayer. That's the other thing. I think that they have gotten much better as the design, like, as designers, as they progress to facilitate true solo play. Like, there are cards that are just not worth playing in this. And I think there are some cards that are not worth playing in true solo in Marvel Champions, but far, far less of them. And it feels like I'm learning almost another game with Lord of the Rings with multiplayer, whereas in Marvel Champions, you can pretty easily adapt a true solo into a multi-handed format, whereas here you're just like, this game is different. I played a lot of prior to Revise, so unsure of the changes. Solo is much harder. Yeah, 100%. There actually aren't any changes to the Revise content. It is the same rule set. It's the same game. They added a campaign mode, but other than that, it's the exact same. Lord of the Rings with 2 or 3 are fantastic in comparison, but solo is still pretty solid. What do the 3 stickers mean? Green, blue, and white, or is that yellow? It's like a gray color, and what it means is I keep 1 copy of every single card in a binder, and then I sort the rest alphabetically. If it has a sticker, it goes back in the binder. It's better in Champions for sure, but I will still strongly believe that FFG games aren't meant for true solo, despite being my... I think so. I think, like, I mean, they have done a good job of making it feel better true solo, but I do think that the games are meant to be more so multiplayer. I feel like I'm being really quiet, but I just don't know what to say because I don't... You're totally fine. You're totally fine. Okay, we're showing 4. We want to quest through. I really want to quest through this. Let's go Gandalf for 4. We're going to take this back down to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. R1 for 1, 2, 3. Aristor for 1, 2. That's 10. I think we're just going to keep going. We got Narlina for 1, 2, 3. That shows us 12. We got 8 total before we place progress. We're going to keep Guardian of Rivendell out just in case we get a boarding 2. We have Elven Jeweler, which we can hit. We also have a Elrond's Council, so we're going to get a +1. That's actually kind of interesting. You can make the choice of committing for 2 by discarding Elrond's Council, or you can reduce your threat by 3 for +1. I think the reduced threat is better, but it's just interesting. So we have 13 showing 8. We're gonna roll in with that. So let's play Elrond's Council. We'll give somebody a +1 and reduce our threat by 1, 2, 3. Showing 4. Flip into a 3, the Swift Raider. Boarding 2 cannot have attachments while the Swift Raider is in the staging area gains force. After a player commits 4 or more characters to a sailing test, it engages that player. That's kind of interesting. This is a card. Huh. Okay. So we're showing 7. We committed 13, so that's going to be 6. So we got 4 here, which clears, and then 3 here, which pushes us here, which is pretty great. Nice. As you travel along the western coast of Middle-earth, the coasters continue to harry your fleet and attempt to slow your progress. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard battle for 1 copy of Swift Raider and add it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. Well, that's a bummer. So sailing, no more than 8 progress can be placed here each round. If you're off course, no more than 4 progress. When you defeat this stage, if Stormcaller is on stage 2, you've caught up and you win the game. Interesting. I think the only changes to cards in the revised content are what they... Oh, they did add Noble. They added a couple of traits. Yeah, they did add a couple of traits. Age of Apocalypse will be something to behold for us true solo players. Age of Apocalypse looks mean. I tried a Gondor Swarm deck solo, but we couldn't get past the Grey Havens quest. Haldir sniping boats in the staging made it doable. Nice. That's awesome. I feel like Marvel Champions does solo better than Legendary. I've never tried Legendary true solo because Marvel Champions feels like solo was intended to be a thing from the start. Yeah. I feel like most definitely. So we have to go find another Swift Raider. So that's cool. That's fun. We're happy about that. Is there only 1 copy of Swift Raider? Nah, dang it. Okay, cool. Well, that's fun. If players are off course, they get +2. No more than 4 damage can be placed on the Stormcaller each round. I'm thinking that I travel to Rolling Seas. Legendary solo is really weird. Huh. So we have to make some choices. I mean, like, this is 2, 6, 12. We're not pushing through that. I don't think we're catching up with the Stormcaller this round. I think we have to take the Swift Raider. We can't defend the Swift Raider. We're taking an undefended attack of 5, but we can get that out. We can travel. I feel like that's probably what we want to do. Um, we do have the boarding too, which is super annoying. It's actually really, really annoying. Probably don't want to actually engage. I hope DC Champions never becomes a thing. My poor wallet. That's me with Star Wars. Let's travel here. We'll shift off course. Now we're showing 6-10. The only reason we were able to quest so well was Gandalf. We really just don't have damage. That's a problem. We're going to engage the Swift Raider. Boarding 2. Got the Southern Sailor. While it's engaged with you, each ship enemy engaged with you contributes its threat to the total threat of the staging area. Awesome. Love that. And then we've got Cunning Pirate. Gets +1/+1 for each resource. When it engages you, discard an attachment you control and place resource on Cunning Pirate equal to the cost. We'll discard Blood and Numenor. Give it 0. Okay. We're taking a couple of attacks. I love Star Wars Co-op LCG. I really like the competitive Star Wars LCG. I've been adapting a solo version, but an official one would save a lot of work. Oh my goodness, yeah, I would. I have just a couple more of these unlimited packs to open. I have 2 more of these that I've been. It's my like reward whenever I do something good. Whenever I finish a video or something, I open one. I did just I opened one of my favorite cards yesterday. Got a Hyperspace Chewie. Then I did open a Mace Windu as well. So pumped. Losing a lot of money to that. We're taking this undefended. It's going to be a 5. If you're off course, it gets +2, so that's 7. That's great. Did I put the discard pile back on the top of the deck, I think. Because I'm an idiot. Oh, well, here we are. So we take 7 damage. We're going to throw that on the Dream Chaser. Because we have to assign it to a ship objective. We could take the attacks undefended. We could throw 3, which is not enough to take it back, so we might as well defend. Guardian of Rivendell will block for the 2, no shadow effect. And then we'll block with Mr. Denethor here for 2. It gets +1, so we block perfectly there. Then Elfin Jeweler hangs out. Man, that sailor really threw a wrench into our plans. Hey, Uncouth, how's it going? I haven't seen much Star Wars Unlimited yet. I need to check it out. Yeah, it comes out in like 2 weeks now. I'm pumped. I'm not touching Star Wars game with 1,000-foot light. Not a Star Wars fan, or just it's a scary rabbit hole to dive down into. The end of the round, we're going to add 2. We're going to add 8 progress to that, which pushes us. Yikes. Wow, that's a bummer. Okay. When revealed, search the encounter deck and discard pile for 1 copy of Sahir's Escort and add it to the Stormcaller's area. That hurts. Rabbit hole, rabbit hole, rabbit hole. Hope you have a good weekend with Star Wars. I did. It was a fantastic weekend. It was really exciting to play the game, meet the team, meet a lot of other content creators as well. I feel like I know a lot of the Marvel Champions content creators, and so it was really nice to meet a lot of the Star Wars content creators. It was really cool to see them because I've been watching a lot of their content, trying to learn the game, and so it was really cool to see that. It's always the shirtless dudes that ruin our plans, right? It really is, though. Rabbit hole, rabbit hole, rabbit hole. Okay. The players are off course. The Stormcaller gets +2. No more than 8 damage can be placed on the Stormcaller each round. At the end of the round, discard the top card of the encounter deck. The Stormcaller places progress on the stage equal to that plus that of the discarded card. I can't believe we just added 8. I thought we had one more round at least before it ran away from us, but... And also, it was the perfect amount. That's the frustrating part, is like, if we had... You know, I would much rather it add... Actually, it added more because it gets +2, but whatever. But like, if we were able to sit at like 10 and then draw the 6, we'd be much happier with our lives. Okay, we get to stand up and increase our threat to 30. Gandalf is gonna go peace out because that's fair. We draw 4 cards. Glorfindel, there he is. Elven Light. Galadriel's Greeting. And a Northern Tracker. Glorfindel is so freaking good. Okay, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Let's pass out money. We're going to move a resource from Denethor over to Arwen. And then we're going to discard Glorfindel to get a money for Arwen. I'm going to spend 4 to play Glorfindel from the discard pile, reducing the first cost by 1. So Glorfindel helps us. We can discard a card from our hand to ready Glorfindel. So he's going to help us either sail, quest, or probably attack. That 3 attack, we're going to be utilizing that pretty frequently. I think the Guardian of Rivendell is going to help us. Like a Glorfindel and Guardian of Rivendell can take out a sailor. I think we're in a lot of trouble actually. We're not doing great. You only pass 1 resource. You're right. Yes. You're right. Thank you. She's not Gondor yet, because we still haven't seen that. Good call. Thank you. Still works. We just don't have a resource anymore. Okay. Let's go 2, 3. Love that ally. The fact that you can ready once a phase is nice with Elven Light in your hand. Yeah. It's a little bonkers. We're gonna go 4. Yeah, we're gonna go 4. 0, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we shift off course. We shift back 2. So we're back on course. That's nice. We're going to discard a Elven Light to ready Glorfindel. Glorfindel works really well with Aristor as well. I should know this. Is there any thematic reason for that? Right? You can discard cards, and you're discarding them anyways. I don't know Aristor. Okay. We are questing now. Questing. Go 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. We are showing 3, 6. We're showing 6, which is annoying. We have to take out the sailor. Shoot. Showing 8. I think I want to keep Naralina for a defend on the Swift rating. Aristor is one of the elves hanging around Rivendell. He gets mentioned. He's not mentioned much, I think. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he has a quote from Fellowship here, which is this. That is the path of despair, of folly. I would say the long wisdom of Elrond did not forbid me. How does Dream Chaser interact with Swift Raider? Does it engage since you sailed with 4 characters? No. No, because this says, oh, it counts as 2 characters. Oh, that's annoying. So that's probably a scoop then. Yeah, we'll scoop. I don't have an answer. I think we're in a lot of trouble when it comes to enemies. I feel yeah. I mean, if we got Glorfindel, if we got Steward, we're just in a much better situation. And so I'm not ready to count the deck out quite yet, just because I feel like once we if we can get it turn 1, if we get Steward also, it would engage. Yeah, it would, because it says it counts as 2 characters when committed to a sailing test, and so it says when you commit with 4 or more characters, it would commit. So Aristor is probably the guy who checked Frodo into a Rivendell inn when he was rushed in by Arwen, movie-wise. Oh, I got you. Yeah. At least it started. No, I think it works. I think the deck really works. We had a couple of sad things happen to us, but I think we're fine. Like I'm not concerned necessarily. I think the deck, I think that was more card draw than it was deck, and so we'll see how it goes. Let's give it a fair shake, because we didn't get our 2 key building pieces, or 2 key pieces for the deck. Like, I still feel like we were doing fairly okay. Also, 2 Swift Raiders in one turn. That was tough. It is good to know that we get that Swift Raider whenever we progress. I feel like also you could do a pretty decent rush build here. You kind of just rush as fast as possible into stage 2 from like a quest perspective. Minimum would be 3 rounds. You're discarding Stormcaller, so that's 6 progress on 2C plus whatever you flip. Which leader are you hoping to open during the pre-release? Ooh. Okay, so I still don't have a 5th brother. I want a 5th brother mainly for my Twin Sons deck. Because I have a really fun Twin Sons 5th brother, which you can deal damage to characters to ready them, and then it's combined with a whatever is what the guy who gets plus X based on how much damage characters get plus. What is his name? Why can I not think of his name right now? Yeah. You can quest this one out or destroy Stormcaller. Kind of 2 paths to pursue. That's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But from a standpoint of play, you have access to Luke and Vader for the pre-release. I think I like Boba. I feel like Boba is a fun character to play because he can ready resources when things get destroyed. I feel like that's a fun way to play. Okay, we're gonna mulligan if we don't have Steward. We have Blood of Numenor, Elven Light, Strength, Council. We'll mulligan this. Boba tea. Yeah, right? I cannot remember that leader's name. He's the vigilance villainy leader. He's the guy from Rogue One. Who's the antagonist? I'm going in pretty blunt. Nice. That's exciting. The guy who comes in and takes Galen at the very beginning. Kendrick. Or Krennic. Yes, Kendrick. I'm listening to Kendrick. Yeah, Krennic. Yes, that's right. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So he buffs damage characters and then brother damages characters. So right now I'm running it with Vader because Vader can kind of do the same thing, but you don't necessarily want to damage your own characters with Vader. And so it kind of works. But Boba's fun. Boba's fun. We got Elrond's Council, Glorfindel, Peligreer, Will of the West, and Ruins. Navigator. Gandalf. Okay, so we got a lot of card draws, so that's kind of exciting. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're gonna Darren's Ruins, draw 2 cards, discard a card from our hand, Gandalf, and a Test of Will. We'll discard Glorfindel. We're going to Darren's Ruins, draw 2 cards, Elrond's Council, and a Test of Will. I guess we'll discard Glorfindel. Did not get Steward again. La la la, I'm not listening. Oh jeez. We don't have any resource ramp at all, so we're losing a ton of cards. Ow. Ooh. So let's toss Lords of the Elder to give Arwen a money. We don't have any lights. Oh wait, hold on. Let's we need Rolling Seas. I had to read up on it, but I forgot it was actually Glorfindel who rode as Falith who took Frodo to Aragorn. Yep, in the book, and then Arwen does it in the movie, right? Yeah, Glorfindel got nerfed real hard in the movie. That's some seriously... Right? Right? Yeah, at least we got Glorfindel. And we'll be not able to drop Glorfindel, but that's fine. We'll drop Glorfindel later, I guess. We're going to use 1 from Airstore to play the Navigator, using our resource discount here. We'll go 2 to play Envoy to give a money to Arwen. Noble. Then that allows us to drop Glorfindel next turn. We have all the Test of Wills and one of our Will of West. That's kind of exciting. Let's go. Okay, let's do our sailing test. We're gonna go Dream Chaser for 2. And Navigator for 2. We'll at least be able to discard a card from our hand. Our Navigator for 1. Got 1, 0, 2. Sweet. Okay. Now we will commit to the quest. We're going to go 3 for Arwen. 1, 2, 3. We're going to commit the Navigator and toss a Test of Will. We don't have to discard it because it does not exhaust to commit and can commit while exhausted. Resolving a quest in which you were committed, either discard it from play or discard 1 card from your hand. We're going to go 3 for Narlina. Oh wait, hold on. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That puts us at 8. I mean, I think we can push pretty hard here. Let's go 2 copies of Elrond's Council. So we reduce our threat by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And quest for 2. We're actually not going to commit Narlina. 1, 2. And we're going to commit Airstore for 1, 2. And we're going to keep the Envoy. Because at this point, we have a boarding 2 answer with defending with Denethor and the Envoy. And then we have Narlina who can defend or attack, which we may just take it undefended. And we can potentially swing back for 5 on a ship, which feels pretty decent. Now we have both our Gandalfs here, which is kind of annoying. But I guess it works because after that, he's not really mentioned much during War of the Ring. His real importance was during the First Age. Dude fought at Balrog. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That'll elevate someone to a BA status. I'll agree with that. So we're requesting for 10, showing 4, flipping into a 6. Jeez, team. When revealed, oh, add this to the Stormcaller's area. I may test a will that. I'm going to test a will that. So cancel the win revealed. So this actually gets added here. We don't place progress, but we're going to travel here. That way we don't have to worry about it over here. We're losing test of will regardless, so might as well, right? Okay. End of the round, we'll discard our hand. Stand up. Increase our threats to 22. We're adding 2, 0. That's nice. This is a really fun quest. I'm enjoying this. And then we'll draw 4 cards. We got Guardian of Rivendell, Envoy, Northern Tracker, and a Gaining Strength. Pass out money. 1, 1, 1. 6 threat location. I will assume the Mount Doom location will just show a small picture of a middle finger. Right? Oh my goodness. Well, Gaining Strength to get 1 for Arwen. We'll spend 1 and 1 to play Envoy. We'll give a money to Arwen. We'll spend 4 from Arwen's pool to play Northern Tracker. We have a card to discard for the Navigator. If I remember correctly, Glorfindel died killing the Balrog and was allowed to live a second life as a reward for his valor. That's sick. That's hype. What a cool person, right? Okay. So let's go into our sailing checks. I feel like we got our ally lineup pretty nice. We're going to go 1, 3. I'm going to go 3. 0, 2. Nice. Shift back on course. And now we're going to quest. We got Northern Tracker for 1. That's going to place a progress here. We're going to commit Lendon Navigator, discarding the Guardian of Rivendell for 2. 1, 2. We got Arwen for 1, 2, 3. We got Aristor for 1, 2. That's 8, showing 4. I really want to push through this vast coastline because the Stormcaller is going to run away from us. So I feel like we'll go Narlina for 1, 2, 3. We can probably avoid engagement for a long time, right? Our threat's at 22. We're fine with our threat. So in that sense, do we just go 1, 2? We'll go 2 more. We'll go Denethor, and we'll leave an Envoy just because I'm scared. Showing 4, questing for 13. Flip into Calm Waters. Let's go. Okay, so that's going to be 5. We add 8. Here's 4, and we'll add 4 here. Nice. We'll travel to Calm Waters, which really helps us with our next navigation check. Hey Nelson, did you ever play through or own all of the Saga expansions for this game that encompass the books? I always thought it was such a cool set expansion. It really is really cool. So I've played through the first half of them. So every single book, actually no, including The Hobbit, I've played through 5 of the 8 boxes. So I've played through the entirety of The Hobbit. I've played through the entirety of Fellowship. I played through the first box of the Two Towers. Two Towers, the second box in chronological order of release, comes after this thing. Whatever we're doing here, the Dream Chaser cycle. And so once we finish that, and the Saga is probably what I will start. I may do the Saga stuff, or I may do the Agmar Awakens next. Maybe Saga. I'll probably go Saga. I'm really excited about the Saga stuff. But yeah, so I have done a good bit of it. I have not finished Two Towers or Return. Okay, at the end of the round, let's increase our threat. Stand up. Watch this thing fly away from us. For 2, 4. That's 6. And we will pass out money. Draw 4 cards. Steward! Steward! Greeting. And Elrond's Council. Alrighty, team. Let's go. We'll go Denethor to pop this over here. Not only does that resource ramp Arwen to infinity, but now we can pass Denethor's resources over to Arwen. We still don't have a light, but we do have a Glorfindel, which we can plop down. Do we play Glorfindel or do we play Elrond's or Galadriel's Great? No, we don't need to threat reduce. We'll play 4 for Glorfindel. We can play him from our discard pile. We can discard cards to ready him, and now I feel like we're doing fairly decent. I never got the last box of Return of the King, but seeing the encounter card spoilers online, it looked crushing. I've heard, even in the interview that I did with Caleb, he was saying that the Return of the King box is absolutely brutal. And so that's kind of exciting. Nice. We'll discard. So I want to discard for Navigator. I want to discard for Glorfindel, probably twice. So I'm not going to ramp with Arwen right now. We also don't need to. Okay. So we are going to commit Navigator, and we get to look at 2 additional cards for our skill check. But if we do that, I hope that we can push through, and there's a chance that we can actually pull the Stormcaller and deal with the Stormcaller this round. A little bit. Maybe not. No, we're gonna get a Swift, and we'll be able to grab that and probably kill off the Swift. So we're gonna go with 3. As it should be, the character face some pretty important. Thematically it makes a ton of sense. We got we got our success. We got a uber success is what we would call that. Shift back on course. I'm pumped to get to him. Because kind of my overarching plan for this game stream wise is that I'm playing through this progression in parallel but not tied to it. I'm playing through the 2-handed stuff, and once I finish this playthrough, I have all the nightmare stuff, and so I'm gonna play through those as well. I'm sure there's a nightmare mode for it. I think they stopped the nightmare stuff. I don't think the nightmare goes the entirety of the game, but maybe someone else can help me with that. That I'm sure some crazed masochist beat blindfold. It was an okay challenge, right? So we're going to commit. Glorfindel's epic. Glorfindel's sick. Northern Tracker for 1. We'll place 1 here. We'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nightmare goes through Dream Chaser. Stopped after that. Sweet. Thank you. So that shows us 7. 1, 2. That's 9. We're showing 4. That's 5. So we actually do need to quest pretty hard. Let's throw Dream Chaser at it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see if that gets us there. I'm gonna flip into a 6, which is gonna come over here. So it does not actually count towards what we have right now. So that's nice. So 4, we add 10. Here's 4. That clears, and then we're gonna pop here. 2A. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for 1 copy of Swift Raider and add it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. Swift Raider. Boom, right there. Hey, Captain Atreides. Hope everyone's having a good morning. I am. Any day with Lord of the Rings. Any day with streaming is a good day. Okay. We are going to travel to Calm Waters. Because now we're in the same... Oh, wait. Actually, we are. Full sail ahead. So we're in the same area. So we're going to be able to interact with cards from the Storm Chasers area. We're going to travel to the vast coastland. I guess... No, yeah, we're definitely doing that. Okay. Let's toss Steward of Gondor to ready Glorfindel. Oh, and we'll have played Elrond's Council. Actually, do we care about Elrond's Council? We're at 23. If we don't play Elrond's Council, we are able to get a resource for Arwen. That ramp is pretty nice. So you're saying I have to scour the deepest pits of Morgoth to find the unofficial nightmare files. I'm the crazy masochist. This game's scared. it's a scary game. I think reducing our threat is interesting. Glorfindel could also ready. No, he can only ready once. It's once per phase. We're gonna take we're gonna take the Swift Raider. What are we doing to attack the Swift Raider? We got 3, 6, 7, 8. We can't kill the Swift Raider. Jeez. Swift Raider has 4 defense. That's so annoying. Ah. Oh, and we could actually lose Steward if we get boarded, which is really annoying. Uh-oh. We're gonna hang on to Elrond's Council, not reduce threat. Do we just not engage the Swift Raider? I think now that I kind of talked myself into just not engaging the Swift Raider, I think we can quest for 3 more each round, more so than we can handle a Swift Raider and everything that comes with it. Honestly, Nightmare is pretty fun, especially for the entire quest that they wonky mechanics. Fix some of the worst quests and make them enjoy it. That's cool. Nice. I've heard really good things about the Nightmare stuff. Yeah, I think I'm not engaging the Swift Raider. I think I'd rather have the 3 threat in the staging area and not engage it. In which case we will play Elrond's Council to reduce 1, 2, 3. And we'll toss Gladrim's Greeting to give him money here. Yeah. Okay, let's into the round, stand up. Increase our threats. We're gonna sail for 2, 4. That puts us at 10. So we're still at the same area. So if we quest through right now, which we cannot do because we don't have, you can only place 8 progress on each quest, but we're catching up. We're catching up. Yeah, I joke on Nightmare, but even though it was harder, they did fix up some of those early things. Some quests in the first cycle are very annoying. Yeah. Okay, let's draw 4 cards. We got Gaining Strength, Wealth of Gondor, Elven Light, there it is, and the Navigator. Sweet. Pass out money. Heck yeah. We will toss Elven Light to give a resource to Arwen. We'll use that resource to draw Elven Light and a Guardian of Rivendell. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and spend 2 to play the Navigator. Actually, hold on. I want my first ally to not be that, I think. Let's go Wealth of Gondor for 1 in Arwen's pool. We'll go Gaining Strength to give another to Arwen. We're not going to Gaining Strength. We will spend 2. 1 from Denethor, 1 from Arwen to play the Guardian of Rivendell. We'll discard Elven Light and Gaining Strength. And then we'll spend 1 to play Elven Light and draw into Northern Tracker. Kind of wish I had that money now. Oh well, it'll be fine. We'll spend 2 to play another Navigator. And we are off to the races. Quite literally in this situation where we're racing down the Stormcaller. It's also kind of interesting, like if I plan on not engaging, we can I think I want Faramir in this deck. If we're having a hard time on this, I've actually built up an ally board a lot quicker than I was expecting, and I think Faramir could really help us, especially if we're not going to be engaging the ships. So it is our turn to navigate. We will go... Oh yeah, Stand and Fight is a good air store card. Forgot about that. Did I not put that in there? I may have. I may. I don't remember if I put it in there or not. Probably not. I think I forgot. I think stand and fight Faramir. Yeah. We're gonna go 2 for the navigators. Also, Nelson, thanks for doing these streams. They're weirdly soothing and remind me why I love the game. Of course, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed the streams. Heck yeah, that's awesome. We're going to go 3 with Glorfindel. Oh, and we are golden. Hype. We're gonna toss Elven Light to ready Glorfindel. We're gonna spend. Is there anything that we get really upset if we draw with Elven Light right now? I don't think so. I don't think so. Any allies, actually. Let's quest hard. And we can choose to play Elven Light later if we want to. We'll go 1, 2, 3. 4, which will clear here. And we're showing 5, by the way, because we are in the same area, so we got this here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Glorfindel is hype. The other nice thing about playing Elven Light is if we need to, we can bail Glorfindel out and ready him again. So we're showing 5. We can only place 8. We'll go 2 more. 1, 2. So that's showing us 19 questing against 5, effectively 9. That's 10. That's going to probably allow us to put the maximum number on there if we draw into it. So I'm happy with that. Flip into a water spout. While your heading is at the worst setting, you have to travel here. After traveling here, deal 4 damage to each ship. Okay. So that's going to be 5, 7. So we place 12. We place 8. That was a perfect play right there. Heck yeah, let's go. Glorfindel can also be an emergency chump. Oh yeah, Glorfindel's hype. I'm a big fan of Glorfindel. Did they make him so good so people would stop playing Glorfindel the hero? I feel like that's like the conspiracy. I wish I had Silver Harp because I could keep Northern Tracker at that point, but the end of the round, we're going to increase our threat, stand up. And I feel like we can... This style of play really tickles my brain. I like this. This is a lot of fun. But like being able to commit those navigators and figuring out, like, the cards become a resource more so than like almost your resources do. Like, how many cards do you want to draw? How many cards do you want to leave out? How many cards do you want to discard to get effects? It's pretty sweet. I like it. 2, we draw 4 cards, pass out money. We got Gandalf, Blood of Numenor, and Gaining Strength. Alright, let's play Elven Light. We only have 1 Elven Light, correct? We haven't seen our second one? Correct. Oh wait, before we do that. Okay, well, it just pushes away. Players off course. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for 1 copy of Sahir's Escort. Also, we got 1, 2, 3. We have 3 out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 successes on our sailing checks. So that's good to know. Yeah, we've hit a lot of successes. While this is in the Stormcaller's area, it contributes its threat to the amount of progress Stormcaller places. Ooh, gross. Gross. Alrighty. No more than 8 damage may be placed on the Stormcaller each round. Player's off course, it gets +2 at the end of the round. Discard. Yep. Okay. And that quests out at 18. Interesting. Okay, so we're at 0 there. Okay. He had to be good enough to warrant not using the hero. Yeah. Okay, we could actually Dwarven Tomb a Northern Tracker here. That may be the call. Yeah. Or big brain play with Dwarven Tomb, Glorfindel. I'm just saying it could work. We'll spend 1 to play Dwarven Tomb to pop a Northern Tracker back into our hand. We'll spend 3 from Arwen's pool to play Northern Tracker. Before that, we're going to gaining strength on Arwen. We'll discard Elven Light to get a resource on Arwen. Well, I was going to say, I think we play Gandalf next turn. That's not an option. We don't get that option. So we could throw Gandalf at the Escort if we wanted to. Dwarven 2, Glorfindel, so you have fodder to discard for Arwen. Genius. Big brain play right there. Okay. I think we pop Gandalf. No, let's spend 1 to Elven. That means we don't actually have enough money to Elven Light if we are play Gandalf if we want to. So we have to make the call to play Gandalf right now or not. I'm kind of leaning towards no. I don't think Gandalf has an immediate impact on the game. I think we can quest out without having Gandalf, right? We're only showing 5. We have a massive amount of questing power. So Gandalf comes in and Gandalf doesn't do anything. Gandalf draws us cards, reduces our threat. We don't need to threat reduce. We don't need to throw damage at anything. Is there a Faramir equivalent for boosting attack for allies? I can't remember. Also, I agree Faramir could be nuts in this deck due to the amount of allies you're able to drop so quickly. Leadership Boromir boosts Gondor allies for Gondor. And that's the Leadership Boromir hero does that. For Gondor boost all allies as an event. Yeah. If Boromir has a resource in his pool, then everyone gets attacked, or the Gondor allies get attacked, I think. Yeah, I don't think we play Gandalf here. Let's spend 1 to pop Elven Light back to our hand and draw into Darren's Ruins. Okay, that's heck, why not? 1 Lord of the Eldar and Silver Harp. We'll toss Elven Light. We'll spend 2 to play Silver Harp here. And then, honestly, Silver Harp is just a protection of Steward from the Corsair. More so than anything else, I think. Give a resource over here. Why not? Place Lord of the Eldar on the bottom of your deck. Then, until the end of the round, all Noldor characters get +1 to all their stats. I feel like that's a next turn play. That's a next turn play because that gets bonkers real quick with questing, which we probably I'm assuming that we can't quest out next turn, but it gets pretty close. So let's sail. What was our distribution? It said 3 out of 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 3 out of 11. It's annoying. We'll go 3. We only need 1 success. We probably don't need Dream Chaser, actually. So let's go ahead and go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 1 more in that deck. We do succeed. But we can always commit the Navigators if we want to just start tossing cards. I'm going to play Blood and Numenor on Denethor. Yeah. Meant to do that. Let's toss a Lord to ready Glorfindel. I don't know. I don't actually remember. So we are showing... They are not in our staging area. So we're actually only showing 5. We need to quest for not too much, honestly. We're going to go 2 Northern Trackers. She'll place 2 progress here. Can you attach Asphala to the Boromir ally? Or does it only attach to the hero? Where's Asphala? Hero. Dang it. Ah. Bummer. I was hoping. That'd be a little busted. Yeah, I know. I just wanted it. I guess, like, I mean, Asfalith always can add 1, even if it's not Glorfindel. So we're requesting for 2. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Let's actually do the math. We need to quest a push out is on 9. If we assume we're gonna get 4, that means we quest for 13. We're showing 10. Arlena will go 3. 1, 2, 3. We should be good there. I guess you could sword thing the ally and give him a ooh, let's go. Let's go. Big brain play. But actually, that would be kind of fun. Because does the sword thing, and I haven't played that card yet, but I want to. Does that, it gives you the hero trait, which means that you start collecting resources, right? And that's a 5 cost. Or 4 cost. Attached to a unique ally. Attached character loses the ally card type and gains the hero card type. That's an interesting idea. Honestly, that's a really cool idea. I like that. And then you just have so much income generation. It's also kind of an interesting idea for hobbits. Which, it's a hobbit on the card, so I probably should have recognized that. But if you go hobbits, because now, like, all of the cards deal with how many hobbits you have and stuff. So that's kind of cool. So we're requesting for 13, showing 5. We're going to flip into either shift your heading off course or deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. Deal a damage. Not worth shifting off course for that. I don't... Are ship objectives considered characters? Yeah, he gains a resource and you pay for Elven Light to ready himself. Nice. Self-sustaining Glorfindel. But we place enough. As your voyage continues, the skies darken and the rain becomes relentless. Storm clouds on the horizon flash with lightning and unpredictable wind makes setting a course difficult. Sailing. At the end of the staging step, if you're off course, reveal an additional encounter card. Okay, so we actually don't have a limit to how much we can place on this stage. Ships our characters. Sweet. Thanks. Okay. Well, we're not going to travel. We're just going to hang out. We don't have to engage anything because we're only at 22. Yeah, we'll discard and we'll stand up. Increase to 23. We're going to discard and show 4. We'll add 7. We have a sailing success in these 4 cards. It's important to remember. Okay. We're at 23. We're going to draw Dwarven Tomb, Elven Jeweler, Legacy of Numenor, and a Elven Light. Let's pass out money. Okay, I think we're within striking distance. If not this turn, next turn, right? So Let's spend 1 to play Elven Light. And we'll draw into Northern Tracker. Potentially not worth it, honestly. It is. Yeah, potentially not worth it. What does the Dwarven Tomb get us? If we go Lord of the Elders, could we like be really close to? We have 2 Lord of the Elders, so we could go Lord of the Elder, and call it a day. Northern Tracker gets us +1, but we're probably not pushing through any quests unless we flip another location that has a 3, and we could push through it next turn, which could help. I think discard pile is. So we could clear of Rolling Seas. I think that would actually be pretty big. Rough Waters. You could clear a Haven Cove. I think I would rather play Lord of the Elders. Put it on the bottom of your deck. Then to the end of the round, all Nordor characters get +1/+1. So if we do that, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a +6 willpower. We're doing that. We're doing that. And so in that case, we're gonna toss 2 Elven Lights to play Elven Jeweler. That's another +1 there. Yeah, absolutely. We have to succeed at this quest. Do we play Legacy of Numenor? That puts us at 27. Gives us... I don't think so. Let's toss Northern Tracker to give us +1. There. Which, honestly, we could Silver Heart pop it. Nah, we're fine. Okay. Let's spend... Or let's Denethor over here. Let's spend 3 to play Lord of the Elders. So all of our Noldor get +1/+1/+1. Yeah, till the end of the round. Sweet. Legacy of Numenor, Denethor, and Arwen's ability would give you 6 spirit resources to double Lord of Elder. Sick. That's cool. Oh, you could play 2 of them. That's interesting. That's kind of fun. Do we do that? We straight up can choose to do that after the staging step, right? Because there's nothing that's preventing us from doing that after the staging step. We have a legacy, which is an action. We can then get the resource. We can play it again. So if we want to, we can do that again. If that's going to be helpful. Okay, so let's do some math. Let's do some math. We know we have 1 success in the 4 cards here. We're shifting off course. We're doing our sailing check. We're definitely going to do the navigators. It might be once per round. Nope. It's not. But I also think that... Yeah, okay. So we got 2. If we commit Dream Chaser, we... Actually, I think we, instead of committing Dream Chaser, we go to Invoice here. Yeah. We just go 4. There's our success. We shift back on course. We'll shuffle this up. Those Doom cards are always fun. I tried to make a deck with Grima in the past, but it always lacked a little ingenuity and always fell short. I like the Doom stuff. Yeah, I played through that a little bit in Voice of Isengard. Grima's a fun character. Then there's like the Keys of Orthanc, I think it is, where like you get resources. And if you can get those cards like early, like you gas pedal. There, no stop. Okay. We are showing 2, 4, 7. It will be 7. This is at 0. Right? This is, yeah. I never reset that. We're showing 7. So if we could quest out, which would be really cool, we're good. But there's also a decent chance that we don't quest out of these Stormcallers. Grima, Arwen, and Theodred are really fun. Oh, that, yeah. Yeah. That is fun. That's awesome. So much resource generation. Okay. Let's go 2, which will clear here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Grima is really good with Lorgon. Yeah. Because you can reset. Yeah, that's true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So that puts us at 25, which if we flip a treachery is victory. Assuming that we don't die. But if we flip that treachery that deals a damage to all of our exhausted characters, then we would shift off course. And it would get +2. And so if we commit a navigator, we're going to commit navigator for 3. 1, 2, 3. Toss Dwarven Tomb to keep it around. And then I think we play a second copy and we quest for, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. We quest for 6 more. We don't have to do it now. The other option would be to commit Linden Navigator. We'll commit Linden Navigator. Oh, it's after resolving is when we make that choice. I thought it was when you commit. We'll commit Linden Navigator for 3. 1, 2, 3. That puts us at 31. And then we either have the choice to discard this card to keep Linden around or to play for a +7. I think regardless, we're probably fine. But I've heard it can be nuts with Lorgarn, but also the time the hero pack is super out of print, fetching yeah, that's tough. Quest for 31. We'll resolve a Doom 2. Attach Raging Sail to the current quest. Counts as a condition. After an ally is committed to the quest, deal 1 damage to that ally. Doom 2, and that's victory. Because, right, we're showing 2, 4, 7. So we quest for 21, we catch up, and we win. That was a fun quest. I really like that. That was awesome. Yeah, because at the... when you defeat the stage of Stormcaller on stage 3, you've caught up with Stormcaller and win the game. That's sick. That was... I'm really happy with this quest. This was a ton of fun. This was a lot of fun. We didn't even have to do all of our math and stuff, but sweet. Awesome. Yeah, this is a really dynamic quest. There's a lot of things that can change and shift, and like I enjoyed Aristor a lot more than I thought I would. Like I thought that this would be a fun gimmick to play. I actually really enjoyed this style of play because you can really lean into it. 31 quest points. Man, this deck is solid, and with this white, you can make it attack focused if needed. Yeah, you can make it attack focused. With Faramir, it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 13. So it would be a 44 quest. It's yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's open some new stuff. We're going to start by opening the Thing in the Depths. I'm going to go to the Be Right Back screen. I'm going to go grab a refill real quick. But don't go anywhere. We're going to open Thing in the Depths. And then I'm going to put up a poll on Twitch, which... no, I don't. I want YouTube people to be involved in it as well. What should we open? What should we open? Should we open Dwarves, Elves, Rohan, or Gondor? I'm kind of curious what you all think. I wish I could do a poll between both YouTube and Twitch, but can't. What was the community rating as far as difficulty? I think it was a 6.1. I think it was a 6.1. So it wasn't super challenging. I think the last one was like a 7.3, or as I forgot who said it, 40. True solo. But yeah, no, I think this was a 6.1. I vote dwarfs. I vote dwarfs too. You know what? I love dwarfs. Let's do dwarfs. I love dwarfs. Dwarves are amazing. Yeah, we'll do dwarfs. So we'll open up the thing in the depths, and we'll open up dwarfs. I'll see y'all very, very soon.